speaker, ladies and gentlemen. Another powerful speaker that we have. I think dua EGS tu tak cukup lah untuk saya. Because the speakers are far more energized than me. So, ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker comes with over 16 years of experience, alright? Nanti draw pun cakap tepat saya pun nanti hadiahkan. Alright, okay? Our next speaker comes with over 16 years of experience, ladies and gentlemen, building impolite business across the world, right? Known as a strategy guy, he has built a network spanning more than 20 countries, proving that success isn't just about motivation, it's about strategy, system, and execution. Right? Today, he is here to share powerful insights on leadership, growth, and legacy, a very important topic, and how to build not just a successful business, but a business that lasts. Right? So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Ridwan.
Thank you. Okay. Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. Good morning. First of all, I want to congratulate all of you for being here on a Saturday morning, Saturday noon, where you can be doing other things. You can be out there holidaying, shopping, or being your family, but you are here. I know it's not easy to pause your Korean drama halfway. But the fact that it shows that you have the right caliber and the right character to be extremely successful in this business. A lot of applause for yourself. Alright, something about me. When Vita told me about this event, this business focused event, right? You know, I was very excited. I was like, wow, this is what really, this is what I want. But you know why I was excited? Because I want to sit in and participate. And then she told me, Ridwan, you don't have to speak. No, I don't want to speak. I just want to sit down and listen and learn. Because that is how I am. I am a naturally introverted person. I don't have many friends in school. So, but when Beta requests, of course I have to do. So, how many of you are like me that, you are not even a stage person? I'm not a stage person. I don't like stage. How many of you are not stage people? How many of you are not stage people? I have good news and bad news for you. The good news is, even if you don't like the stage, if you are a good strategist, you can at least still become a pro. Wow. The bad news that you are 14 to 10 years at the top. That's the bad news. So, Beta said 15 minutes, and don't worry, mine confirmed 15 minutes. Okay, so we don't talk about leadership and growth and legacy. At first, when I received this topic from the company, I thought these are three different topics. But when I think about it, right, these are actually in one journey. Because when we join Life, right, we need to ask ourselves, number one, why do you join? Can I show hands? How many of why do you join Life? Is it because of the products? Is it because of the income? Is it because of the freedom? Is it because you got no friends? You just want to find friends here? Why do you join Life? To achieve your dreams, whatever your dreams may be. Okay, but we have to realize that when it comes to network marketing, right, it is very essential that if you want to achieve your dreams in this industry, you have to be a leader. Because every day needs a leader to bring it to life. And don't worry, you don't have to be a stage person to become a leader. Okay, just be like me. Alright. So, what is a leader? Bukan leader. So, a leader is not someone with the highest rank. A leader is not someone with the most followers. A leader is not someone who is the most popular. These are not the definition of leader. But in network marketing, and very important, the right definition of leader is someone who can develop people until they become leaders themselves. It's not someone who is the most motivated. No. It's someone who is able to develop other people until those other people become leaders themselves. And this is the more definition. What is the difference between followers and leaders? No, if followers, they wait for direction. Okay? They consume resources. They depend on others, they focus on themselves. But the difference is if someone is a leader, how many of you are leaders here? Self-proclaimed. So how many of leaders here? Seriously. Alright. Okay. So leaders, what do? They take initiative, alright, instead of waiting, they are proactive, they teach and invest instead of consuming resources, they develop people. This is perhaps one of the most important things, and they multiply the organization. And that's how you know that leaders, like for example, Sarah, she's a leader. Why? Because she leads a group of presenters in Singapore. Round applause for Sarah. That's how you know there are people like Nadia and Sylvia. Why? Because she creates her own activity. She did her own meetings, her own presentation. That's why she's the leader. Round applause for Nadia. That's how you know people like Dr. Surah is leader. Why? Because her outline is far away in Johor, right? But she's able to do this business, and she has recently achieved the rank of presidential elite. Round applause for her. And there are so many examples. Fish, super leader. But this is the dimension. When you look at all these people, right, then you understand why that they are leaders. In KL, when you look at people like Bronze Ideal, you look at people like Damaini 23, you look at people like Prof. Hafifa and Presidential Moose. They are leaders. Why? Because despite their differences, one despite their differences, they come together to make a decision. And that's why they are all leaders. Come on, close. Cikgu saya ni lah, mana cikgu? Toilet. Halo cikgu. Okay. Alright. So followers create activity, leaders create multiplication. Only one of these will build a lasting organization. Which one is that? Leaders. Followers or leaders? Definitely the leaders. Okay? Alright. And this is the biggest mistake. Because I'll tell you one thing about being a leader. When you get good enough, you can be taken in by the glory and the popularity. Okay? And you may think that, okay, this is you will think something like this. I need people to need me. But this will be your biggest mistake. Yeah. Because if every presentation depends on you, if every meeting depends on you, if every feedback depends on you, if every complaint depends on you, then you have created a bottleneck. You are in trouble, my friend. The best leaders are the ones who are able to create other leaders who can say, I don't need you. If your people can say that to you, congratulations, you are the best leader. That is the whole goal, isn't it? You want to retire, right? So you need to create leaders who don't need you. Okay? That's because that, if not, then you will not retire. But in order for this to happen, of course, you have to grow. Alright, at the start, of course, you have to rely on your mentor, and mentorship is very essential. But do you know that even for myself, the day that my business really took off was the day that I stopped relying on my mentor. Because initially I relied on him, my late father, I relied on him for everything, for guidance, for advice, for how on what I should do, what it is I should create. But one day I realized that if I want to be successful here, I gotta lead my own thing. And the day that I stopped relying on him was the day that I reached my business to me. But don't get me wrong, mentoring is still very essential, and I still work closely with him. But you have to lead your own team. A mentor will show you the road, but you're gonna walk it yourself. The mentor cannot carry you and walk. It's very easy. Okay? You gotta walk it yourself. Right. And only then when you develop this, right, then you will have this thing called growth. And growth, what is growth really? Because most people think that growth is having more recruits, higher rank, more volume. Yes, they are true in a certain way, but please know that these are all results or byproducts when you have an organization that is capable. when your organization is capable tu apa maksudnya? Berupaya. Sebuah organisasi yang berupaya, bukan kurang upaya. Apakah is your organization does your organization consist of capable leaders, capable members, people who are able to create events, people who are able to do meetings, people who are able to do trainings, people who are able to mentor others, people who are able to inspire others? Is your organization full of that, or are you the only one? Because if you are the only one, then you are a bottleneck. Okay? And it doesn't matter. What if, let's say, your downline is better than you? Is that good or bad? Good. It's supposed to be good, right? Yes. I don't understand why when this happens, right, some people, they just don't like it. Their downlines are better than them. It's good. It's the best news ever. That's how it should be. If I want all of this. It's better than me. Sarah better than me. See? You see how it is? Okay? So all these are the byproduct of having a team that is truly capable. And how does this happen? In the first place, your methods need to be simple. Because it's not about what works, it's what can be duplicated. That is important. You can be the best presenter or best trainer, but if the next person cannot repeat what you say, then there won't be duplication and you will not retire. You know what I mean? Okay, and you have to understand this. Sorry, can I put this? Thank you. All right, in your marketing, right, there is something called a good leader, and there is someone called a great leader. What is the difference? A good leader is someone who has the charisma, who has the passion, who can really convince a lot of people, who can do one meeting and close like 20, 30 SSI packs. That's a good leader. That's a good leader. Okay? Now, a great leader, sometimes, he's not even a good presenter. He's just an average presenter. She is just an average presenter who just presents the business, the opportunity, and of course the products as well. And she gets average sign-ups for the great leader. But for this great leader, in 1 week, there are 100 presentations going on in her organization. So which one is better? Which one is better? This is what you must understand. It's not about what works, but whether your method can be duplicated. Always remember that. Fantastic leader. I've never come across that. Maybe you are a fantastic leader. Okay? So even though you feel like, okay, when my downline present, I find it is boring, please just bear with me. Because that is your investment. Alright? That's the reason why we allow that to happen. Because if that downline is, even though it's boring, just stick with it and let her do again and again until she becomes better. Because eventually one day she is going to be the leader. You need to understand this. Okay? Alright, next slide. So, when you have growth, and only then you will get legacy. But what is legacy? Legacy is not money or rank. It is not legacy, it's not recognition and awards. Same thing, all these are byproducts. Okay? True legacy is to have people who continue your work. Okay? I'll ask some questions with on. If people continue your work, whether lives are changed by your belief in them, and whether there are families that are transformed by your investment, that is through legacy. And we don't have to look far, because when we look here for life, I believe these three individuals have shown what it means to have a great legacy. Wouldn't you agree? Yes. What was the term? Say what? Say I. Say I. Say I. Ah. This non-face person. Okay, so like for example, Platinum Sherry, in the early days, she invested a lot of time, a lot of money into this business. And it's not just the administration of business that she did, but also the development of leaders. Same goes with my late father, Platinum Sadiq. If you notice, right, when he passed away, right, some people thought that his organization will take a decline. But that didn't happen. You know why? Because his legacy remains. What is his legacy? What is his true legacy? His true legacy are all of us. Ladies and gentlemen. Because we continue this message, we continue this good work. And if we continue doing this, other people will keep on doing that work, and our legacy will always continue on. That is the mark of true legacy. It's not the money or the rank, but people who continue to work. Okay? So you need to ask yourself, if you disappear tomorrow, who could present in your team? Yeah? If you disappear tomorrow, who could mentor? These are serious questions that you need to ask yourself. If you disappear tomorrow, who could inspire in your team? Because if nobody can, then you have built a business around yourself, not a legacy. Okay? We have seen so much examples. It's not just from my late father, there's also the late Dr. Tamil. There's also the late Mr. Aziz, the husband of Madam Azizah. Round of applause for them, please. Yeah. Their legacy lives on through all of us. And we shall continue this good work. And I know we can. So 4 questions that find Jerry. Number 1 is the dream. Okay. Are you working on your dreams? What kind of leader are you becoming? Look very fast, huh? Yeah. Okay. What is the capability of your organization? This one very important. Always take note. And the legacy. Are you leaving people behind who can continue your good work? Okay? Alright. So always remember, in pursuing significance, always create significance in others. That is a true measure of success. So thank you very much.